this is going to be a little bit of an off-topic video today. We're going to be canning some pickles. Yay!
Pretty excited about that, if I'm being honest. It's kind of different, but this is one of our favorite things to do, so thought we'd share it with you. We're going to be, are we doing the beets today too, or just the pickles right now?
We haven't decided yet. We'll see how much like jars are left, because we got 10 pounds of cucumbers.
Okay.
So I don't know, I just have to wait and see. Right now I'm just separating the lids from the jars.
Okay. We're going to bring you along and show you the process here of how this is done exactly, and maybe inspire some of you guys to make your own pickles. It's super easy. So these are the cucumbers that we bought from a lady who was growing them here locally.
Well, first I rinse them off, and then I fill this up with water and dump some vinegar in it just to kind of, I guess, kill any bacteria and stuff in it, because they smell like poop.
They come from the ground.
Well, they said they were organically grown.
So how long do we leave the pickles in the vinegar water?
With the cucumbers set in the vinegar water? I usually, golly, I had them soaking in there for like 3 hours. I mean, you can just usually put them in there for like 10-15 minutes and they're good to go. But
we had some running to do. Yeah, okay. Alright, so we're going to get set up here and show you exactly everything that we use to do this. Yeah.
Alright, so we have everything laid out here. This is the stuff that I used here. It's like real plain and simple directions on it. It is Miss Wage's kosher dill pickles. It's pretty good. It's like usually just vinegar and water and this stuff here. Okay. Which is, yeah, here's the vinegar we're going to use. This actually came out of the dumpster.
Yeah, didn't we find like 36 of these or something?
We did. I'm going to bring it back to life, give it a good boiling, and it'll be good to make our brine with.
Okay.
And of course the jars, you can use these kind. These are pints. We've also got some quart jars.
Alright.
We got a ladle here. It's for dipping the brine out and filling the jars. I'll show you all that here in a little bit. And one of these in a jar grabber so you don't burn your hands whenever you're putting the jars in the hot water to be sterilized.
And the funnel is just for...
It's just so you can
filling
set
your
it.
Stuff.
Yeah.
Just makes things a little easier. This is just there. We kind of wanted to show what it is that we use. So some of this stuff is optional. Some of this stuff you can get by without.
Yeah, you can probably use a spoon. This is easy. That way you have to have this part clean. If it's not clean, then yeah. And
we also have this was actually one of our trash finds too. One of my favorite trash finds of all time. I mean, this is just amazing. Take a cucumber, and you can use this for all different kinds of things. Tomatoes, but you just take it and just as easy as that, slice up your pickles. You don't need one of these, but it is really nice to have so that you're cutting your pickle slices and uniformed, so that they're all the same, you know. That's a little too thick. I'll adjust it and go a little bit thinner than that, but that's really nice to have to make sure that you're getting the same size cuts. I'm just getting set up here. I've got my thickness set. That's about how thick I want them. Cutting those up. Stacy's getting everything else over here ready.
Yeah, this calls for 7 1/3 cups of waters and 3 1/3 of a cups of some vinegar. So.
And this is the brine.
Water. Yes, that is the brine. You put all that together, add this in here, and then you add your mix together, and then you have to boil it until every single thing is dissolved.
I'm sure a lot of you guys already know this process, but I know a lot don't, and it might be interesting to some of you guys, some of you gals. We thought we'd share. We've also got some beets that we're going to do too. I don't know if we'll make it part of this video, or if we'll do that off camera, or today, or when, but two of the things that we really do like is the beets and the pickles. They are really good.
Alright, now we're going to go set this on the stove and let it boil.
You just boil it until this stuff dissolves in the water?
Yes, until it dissolves all the way.
Okay.
And you have to stir it constantly too.
I'm going to knock the end off first.
Try to avoid the messy kitchen here.
Yeah, do your best.
Pardon the kitchen, it's a bit messy. It was cleaned yesterday.
It happens. So this slasher thing, it's one of the best things that we have found in the trash. And this was from one of our very early videos. I don't even remember if it was on camera or not.
I don't know.
It might have been before we started making videos. I don't remember.
I think so.
If any of our true OG viewers remembers this, let me know, because I can't remember if it was on camera or not. But anyway, I just wanted to show you how simple and easy this thing is. I mean, it just really makes quick work of these pickles here.
Cucumbers.
Cucumbers, they'll be pickles.
It's pretty neat.
It really is.
It's fast, time saving.
You just got to be careful once you get down to the bottom, because you will slice some skin off. But look at that. I mean, just in a matter of seconds, we've got the whole pickle done. And that kind of something, you know, sitting there and cutting those, that's pretty time consuming on all these pickles here.
Quite a bit of them. Bowl's starting to get full. Here, I got to go stir my brine.
Okay. Let's follow her over here and see how that's going. How's it looking?
It's still not quite dissolved yet. It usually kind of
bring it up and show the camera. Okay.
Oh, so it burns your eyes too.
It definitely does.
Oh
okay.
My gosh.
Okay, you can drop it. Okay.
Still got the brine cooking.
Ooh, that is some strong stuff. All right, we're gonna keep slicing over here, and we'll show you the next step. Okay.
All right, the mixture has dissolved. With the rings and the lids, you don't have to boil them. What I normally do is dip out a couple of scoops of the boiling water and put in here, and then I will put regular water in here.
Just to sterilize them?
Yeah, well no, to get them warm, to kind of, I guess, melt the glue a little bit so they actually seal out.
Gotcha.
That's hot. Okay, so move that back.
And what she was talking about is her stuff dissolved, is there's not really any of that kind of granular mixture left in there.
Oh, there's really not.
Okay.
Okay, start pulling out my jars, a couple of them.
Sorry, it's kind
They're going to be very hot whenever you go to pull them out because they've been sterilizing. I'll turn them upside down just to kind of let some of the water go out. Now we have hard water here, so when I go to fill up the water bath canner, I always add some vinegar to it. That way it doesn't leave a grit on the stuff. Because the jars get gritty otherwise if you have hard water.
This is like the point where it's about to go down.
Yeah.
The cucumbers are about to be pickled.
Alright, you just cold pack them. Put as many in here as you can. About the best it's going to do. They're still going to float, which is okay because that happens.
Now, what Stacy was saying earlier is you don't want to get any of the brine on the rim. You don't want to get anything on the rim of the jar because it won't seal right. That's where the funnel comes into play. It gets...
What was the headspace on there? I think it was a 1/4 inch. Oh no, 1/2 inch. Okay.
1/2 inch headspace. And what she means by that is a 1/2 inch.
Yeah, they actually have markings on the jars. This is like your 1/4 inch right here. This is your 1/2 inch, and this is your inch.
Okay.
I'm about to make a mess. Alright, and so I'm going to pour the brine in.
And we have to remember to keep the brine a 1/2 inch from the rim.
Right. According to the directions. Which is it's about there. Sometimes I fill mine a little bit more. Okay. Alright. Do that. Take and wipe around the lid in case any kind of pieces of the cucumber gets around it, because that can actually affect this from working.
Okay, cool. That's what it was for.
Your seal, your lid, you only want to screw them what's finger tight. You don't want to stand there and just twist them really hard. And there's one ready to go in. I'm not going to put it in just yet because I don't want it to be mushy. Alright, repeat process.
Okay.
Alright. So there's that.
You really stuff them in there, huh?
Yeah, I push them down pretty good.
Alright, so that's it. So this is our first time doing it this way, but Stacy had the idea of turning the pickle sideways and doing like sandwich slices, and that's working out really good. Could you imagine trying to sit there and cut uniform slices, and you get about halfway and then you turn it over and work it that way? But could you imagine trying to get uniform slices of these things like that? I absolutely love this thing here. It is amazing. And that's what we've got done so far. Whoops. Just thin all the way through. It's awesome. Pretty stinking cool.
Alright, I am now putting the lid on the last jar of pickles.
Woo, exciting.
And I'm going to go ahead and carefully place them back into the water bath canner. Going to cover them up, let them set for 10 minutes and boil.
These will sit for 10 minutes and then they're done?
10 minutes and you pull them out. Pull them
Alright.
after that.
Alright, cool.
Alright. 10 minutes has been up. Now it is time to pull them out of the water bath canner.
Oh boy. Let me see that lid because you got to set them over here. Move it for you.
It's kind of hot.
It's fine. Oh, they're coming out.
Here's jar number 1. I like to put them away from all the heat. Set it here.
Okay. She's pulling them out. We're going to watch them here because this is where the magic happens. If we're lucky, we'll catch it. It takes a few minutes after they've been pulled out, but you can see the top of the can is dented up, kind of like this. As they cool down, that'll suck in, and that's when you know they're ready.
It creates a seal.
Creates a seal. It's pretty cool.
That's my favorite sound to hear too, or the popping.
Yes, it's exciting. How come you're spacing them so far apart?
So they can cool.
Okay.
As they cool, they begin to like seal. Oh, one just popped. It was a little bitty boop. But yeah, that's kind of the noise. The half pints actually make a louder noise than that. These are kind of quiet. I've never used quarts before, so I'm kind of curious what kind of a loud popping they'll make. So we've got one that's popped. That one has not popped yet. You can see how the top button part in the center is still up on it. And then while you have this one here, it's, I don't know if you can tell or not, but it is down. That one's down. That one is still up. And that one's down. That one's still up. That one's up. That one there has popped down. That one's down. And this one here is still up. So we still have a couple more left to go.
So now we're ready to get the big jars out.
Oh boy. I'm gonna have to carefully fill these up because I don't know how much brine I have. I may end up having to make more.
Do you have more?
Yeah.
Okay. We live out in the country, so something like running out of brine is not solved by a quick trip to the grocery store.
I don't know if it would be enough for 2 or 3 jars. I'm gonna assume 3. Pull these out and then I'm gonna start cold packing them.
Okay.
Ouch. Oh, they're not hot.
So now we're going to start stuffing these in there. Stacy is. That should be pretty cool.
I'm gonna burn my fingers off. Guess this is good and hot again. Alright.
Okay.
See how many of these we can squeeze down in here. This is exciting.
Yeah, it really is.
Never done them like this before.
We've only done pickles really one time since we found the slicer. And the pickles were no good. They were
horrible.
Yeah. We grew some really poor
This jar's so hot.
some really poor cucumbers. They were very, very bitter, not edible at all. Although me and Aaron tried them several times in desperation. But we've tested these cucumbers. They're delicious. So this is going to be really cool.
Yeah, these are really good.
Those are going to be pretty, huh?
Yeah, I'm excited. I've never done them like this before. This is so cool.
Yeah, it was a really good idea. I never thought about turning them sideways and doing it.
I did.
There you go. Stuff them in there.
I'm trying. That's the rule, is to try to stuff them as tight as you can. Even if I am burning my fingers off.
Can you get more in there?
Oh yeah. I'm going to.
Oh gosh.
These are gonna be cool.
Yeah, they're gonna be pretty, man.
Stuff goes down. It's kind of hard to work with this, though.
Yeah, I would imagine.
Yeah, good enough. Alright, packing the jars.
Those are gonna be so pretty in there, man.
I know.
It looks like you may only need 3 jars.
Mm-hmm. I was beginning to question it there for a second.
So Stacy's doing those. We got 2 different kinds of pickles. We're doing the regular slices. Move, dog. We're doing the regular slices, the sandwich slices, and we're doing the long ones that you just saw. And we're going to do some of these whole as well. We've never done whole ones before either, so we'll see how they turn out.
Yeah. You can just hear it squeaking.
Yeah.
Huh?
Look at those things, man. That's cool.
I do like my jars a little fuller, but I'll do this and see. Oh, just hope I have enough brine. I have to make no more. This is probably going to be one freaking jar here too, dadgummit.
One more scoop.
Oops. Alright, I just got my other batch of brine done. I'm going ahead and getting these ready now to go in. It's kind of bad to let your jars sit there and cool down like that. They can actually like crack on you if you're not careful. I set mine as close to the heat as I could. You really don't want to let your jars cool down at all when you're doing this. Okay, there's that one. Oh boy. Let's fill this thing up. Try not to drip any on your camera.
That's okay. It's a GoPro.
Oh yeah, they're pickle proof.
Yeah. Alright. Those are looking pretty good.
Aren't they?
Yeah, buddy.
It's a little bit. Oh well, that'll be fine actually.
I can't wait to eat those. That's cool, man. Alright.
There's those. I'm gonna go ahead and, well no, I think I'll do these and then I'll do the actual cold cucumbers.
Oh, ooh.
There's that one there. This one here. I'm just gonna leave it like that, it'll be fine. Alright, set the lid back over.
15. 15 on the bigger jars and those will be ready to go.
So the timer has gone off and we are fixing to pull these 2 out. Oh, move it. Right. Oh gosh,
Careful.
got me. Okay. Ooh,
Beautiful.
that's one. Oh, Milo, move. Girl, no.
Don't drop it.
I don't want to burn her. There's one. And here's
So that's the last of the long slices, and now we'll do some whole ones. Now it is.
Alright, gonna start packing these with those. Ooh, see what we can get in here. Ow, that is hot. First time doing with this. Oh, I think these are kind of big. These jars are hot.
I bet they are.
As you could imagine, I'm sure you can see the steam coming off from the camera. Your lens is probably clogged up. How do you even get that in there? You see, I've never done the whole ones before. I think I needed a bigger jar.
Let me see.
What a struggle.
I told you to get wide mouth.
No. They didn't have them in these though.
Did they not?
No. I guess I'll just put whatever I can in here anyways. I mean, it's kind of a pain.
That one's full at this point.
Yeah. I'll squish it in there. I got it. Yeah, well.
Let's see how many.
Oh, here's a little one here, but I can squeeze down in there.
You gotta get it where it'll stay below the brine though too.
Got it. All right.
Is it gonna be fun to get out? Bring your jar over here.
Oh no, they'll soften up. It's hot. Bring this over here. Sorry for not having to watch that struggle.
You gotta pack them in there. Ooh, yeah.
Canning is a struggle.
It's fun though, huh?
Yeah, I love doing it. It's relaxing.
We didn't grow any of our own vegetables this year, unfortunately. You know, as most of you guys know, we just moved to this new house. What was it, in January? February? Something like that. So we didn't have a chance to really prepare a worthy garden, so.
I have a little too much in here.
Oh well. We normally like to grow our own stuff, but we haven't had the chance to. Hopefully next year.
No, I hope so. I hope we have our own big plot.
We didn't know if we were going to stay here very long or if we were going to try and buy a house, which that is still the plan. It's just taking a little bit of time to get us save money and wait for the right for sale by owner deal to pop up. We don't want to put a whole lot of time into preparing a nice big beautiful garden space to only have something pop up better for us and go ahead and take off. So how long do we leave these in here for? Because they're whole pickles.
I did it for 20 minutes is what I'm going to do.
20 minutes?
20 minutes.
Okay. Another thing that's important to add is to start with cold pickles. That way that they're nice and crisp when you get started with this, because there's nothing worse than a soggy pickle. They're not very good. Looks like you're getting better at the pickle packing process. Juice is going in the pickle
You know,
jar.
I bet if I got one of the smaller jars, I'd be able to just put a couple in there
Okay.
and use that way.
Okay. Okay, we'll let you know when those come out.
Out of that 10 pounds, this is what we were not able to stick in the jars, but I am just going to eat that. Squirt me some ranch on there, and I'm going to have me a snack. Alright, I am fixing to pull out the whole pickles. Oh boy. Watch this. Here's one here. Set it over here. And to grab the other one out. I'm still going to give these other ones a little bit longer, I think. Alright. I've never done the whole ones before, so hopefully they turn out good. Okay, now we are done with the pickles, and I'm gonna do some beets. Beets are really easy. I'll just go step by step. Just do one thing at a time. Here's the beets here. We got these today, locally grown. I'm gonna open this up here, and how we do it, the first step is you just take the beets. Alright, and then we put them in a pot, and then we boil them until they are tender. Hopefully my pot's big enough. Might need to find a bigger one to put all these in, because I got about 6 pounds of beets to do. These are really simple to do. Alright, so now my beets are on. As you can see, I did not have enough room for one pan, so alright, we just let them cook and let them get tender. So while the beets are cooking, I'm just going to come out here and come play with the dogs. You're probably wondering why I did not put it in the big pot. Well, it's because as the beets are cooking, they kind of turn, you know, a certain color. And I did not want them to stain the pan for my brine. So yeah, that's why I'm just using the 2 smaller pans. And look at them pretty doggies just looking at me because I have the ball. So I'm gonna throw it. And there they go, chasing after the ball. And she gets so mad at him too whenever he has it. It's pretty funny. Come on, drop it. Mila. Poor Mila. She's been battling some sort of a skin infection here lately. We've already been to the vet 3 times. As you can see, she just starts kind of losing hair, and I don't know for sure what's going on with her. She's been on antibiotics and steroids 3 different times. It's very, very horrible. I'm tired of it. I wish it would go away. I almost wondered if it was mange, but I don't know where she could have picked up mange from. She's such a sweet doggy. I hate that she's having to go through this. You see all these places on her. It's horrible. And then right back here, she's got some hair missing, and there. And then down here on her legs. They keep saying that it's allergies, but I don't know. The only thing I can think of her being allergic to is the grass out here. Poor doggy. But she'll get better. Come on, Mila. Drop the ball. Mila, come on. Come on. And she likes to do this little thing where she tries to play hard to get, and he gets mad at her. She is still tormenting him with that ball. It's so funny. She came back there and just kept bugging me while I was canning, wanting to come outside and play, but yes, she will not drop that ball as long as he is out here. I usually have to bring him outside one by one to play with them individually. Now she dropped it. These dogs are so goofy. Oh. Oh, now he's got it. Now she's mad again. Mila, Sager, come on, boy. Come on, drop it. Good boy. Ah, not my hand. Now we got it. Let me see it. Ah, drop it. Move, move, move. I don't want you biting my hand. Looks like he caught it. Goofy dogs. They're so full of energy and they love to play. I love German Shepherds. They are awesome. Hold on, puppies. Who wants the ball? Sager wants it. Oh. Come on. Oh, and somebody had asked me how I work a full-time job and then stay out late. I really do not stay out that late. We normally try to make it back by at least 10:30 or 11. That way I can get sleep since I drive all day long for my job. So, I mean, it can be kind of hard sometimes, especially if there's good stuff in the dumpsters at night. But normally I try to set myself at being back because I don't want to fall asleep while I'm out driving, working during the daytime. So that would just be awful. Even though you do tend to get kind of tired. Hi, Willow. There's Willow there. She's one of the dogs that we had rescued back in November of 17, I want to say. Yeah, we've had her for almost 2 years. She's a good dog, poor thing. They did not take care of her. The people were just going to have her put down. But she's such a sweet dog. You are, you're a good girl, Willows. She can't play. She doesn't really like to play since she's kind of a little bit of an older dog. I think she's probably between maybe 9 and 11 years old, but she's still getting around and everything pretty well. Nice and fattened up. When we got her, she was just horrible. Didn't really weigh much, just nothing but skin and bones, but she's a lazy dog now and she's doing really, really well, as you can tell. Alright, so now I'm back inside checking on the progress of the beets. This one's boiling, this one is not. Why is this one not boiling? Because I forgot to turn it on. Surprise, surprise. Alright, well, hopefully that one does not take too long to boil.
I can smell them.
I know, they smell good.
They smell dirty and delicious.
They're not quite tender yet. It usually takes maybe about 30 minutes or so for them to cook, depending on how big they are. Alright, I'm going to turn this off, and hopefully the one that I forgot about picks up pretty quick. Alright, another checkup on this stuff here, and as you can see, this one's boiling. And that one there is starting to boil. I cannot believe I forgot to turn that on. I'm so forgetful sometimes. Now, as I was saying on not using that big pot, how this stuff here makes like that red juice, and that's why I didn't want to use it, because it would stain. As you can see, it's just kind of bubbling up, and the beets just do this kind of color to them. And scrubbing a stainless steel pot with this in it, it's kind of hard to get all that out sometimes. And with this being non-stick, it just washes right out. Alright, I have been checking on the beets. How you can tell that they are done is if they pierce straight through with a fork. And this one here's done. These bigger ones still need to cook a little bit longer. So what I do whenever they're done cooking is I will immediately drop them down into cold water to cool them down a little bit quicker. Alright, now I have the beets in this big pot here. They are cooling down. And this is what I'm talking about. I cannot talk. With the beet juice. Would you look at that pretty color that it makes? Sorry if there's a little bit of glare coming off. It was a little dark over here, but yeah, this is really, really, really pretty colored. So next we're fixing to get very, very messy with these. I'm going to give them a couple of more minutes to cool them down, and then I'm going to show you the next step.
Ooh.
Okay, so for our next step, these have been cooling down for a couple of minutes. We're going to want to peel the skins off of these. The easiest way that I have found to do it is just to hold it in the water and just kind of scrub it off. See how it just peels right off? Of course, it makes a mess in the water, but this is all you have to do. It's real simple. It's easier whenever you have two hands to do it, though.
I got up to come hold the camera.
Well, hold it for me. You can just take it and squish it around, and this stuff comes right off of here. So yeah, here's our first beet. Just take my fingernail and scrape it off. There's one.
Beautiful.
One shiny beet. Set that there. And we just keep repeating it.
That's easy enough, isn't it?
Yes, I know. It's awesome.
I've never helped you with the beets before.
They're easy. Nothing to them. I remember when I first did them, I made it more complicated for myself as usual. And then I had to call Jo and ask her, hey, what is easy to get this stuff off with? I cannot get it. Well, just keep it in the water and work it off.
She's the one that told you that?
Mm-hmm.
I never knew that.
And it just comes right off of here. And if you were to get beets that were whole, like they had the stuff still attached to them up here and the root, leave that on. Cut it. We'll cut off the growth part. Can't think. I'm so tired.
The leaves?
Yeah, cut the leaves off. I need sleep.
Continue. What? What?
Cut the leaves off. Cut them down to about how these are, just like this. Because I mean, you don't need all this other excess
And don't
stuff.
cut the root, right?
Right. Do not cut the root.
What happens if you cut the root?
I don't know. I was just told don't cut the root and don't cut all that off. I don't know why, because you pull the root off anyways.
Well, apparently if you do it before another step, it bleeds, like
Oh, really?
real bad, yeah.
Well, I don't know.
That's what Joe told me.
Okay. Well, never had that issue with it.
Well, think about how much thicker that juice becomes once they go in the can, in the jar.
Yeah, that's true.
Once you dice them up.
Oh my gosh, and my hands, whenever I cut them up like that, they are purple.
Uh-huh. That's why you don't cut the root.
I see, I see.
Okay.
That's hard coming up. Alright. Alright, and here are the beets. They're all peeled and fixing to get ready for the next step. Here's all of the messy, yucky stuff here that I had to peel off of them. I think that was 6 pounds of beets. Fun. Alright, so I'm going to set these here for a minute and I'm going to go make my brine. Now how the brine roll goes, it's equal parts of vinegar to equal parts of sugar. I usually do 4 cups of sugar to 4 cups of vinegar. Okay, so here is my brine. As you can see, it's like I said, equal parts. 4 cups of vinegar and 4 cups of sugar is what I am using, and it just looks like a mess. Now you want to cook this until everything dissolves and it boils, and then you remove it from the heat. So I'm going to go ahead and get to making my brine. Meanwhile, while the brine is starting to cook, I am going to take and cut the beets up. You can cut them up however you want to. This is really good. And boy, these things are such a mess.
Definitely looks like it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my.
Look at my hand. It's like a crime scene. Yeah, you can cut them up however you want to. Big, small, quarters.
I like thick slices.
That's a
Or
really good
not
beet.
slices, but
Oh, gee. Stir my brine.
stir, stir, stir. Stacy's stove has become a mess through this whole process. Okay, I think the sugar is just about dissolved.
It's still even stirred.
I'm just letting you know.
Golly, these are good.
Look at all them pickles, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Aren't they pretty?
This stuff's a lot of work, too. But it is fun to me.
What the heck? Look at these floating pickles.
I know. Ow.
Stupid things. Looks like there's a ton of room left in there
Mm-hmm.
when we were stuffing them in there. Go figure. That's funny. Can't wait to eat those. Looking pretty good.
Alright, so here's the brine, what it's starting to look like. It's clear, everything has been dissolved. I'm just going to let it kind of boil here in a minute to make sure everything is melted. Oh, and the beets. They're all cut up and
yeah.
ready for the brine.
Yeah,
Keep in
buddy.
mind how clear that brine is. I'm starting to get everything set up here so we can start packing the jars.
Exciting.
Scatterbrain. Running around. Oh my god, this kitchen needs to be cleaned.
It's okay.
It's such a freaking mess. Okay.
When you use your kitchen, it becomes dirty.
Yeah, true. Alright. This is ready. We'll turn it off. These pans do not boil, but they are noisy. Okay. Now. Oh, that burned my eyes. Okay. Alright. Now. Start packing these. Oh gosh, that got my eyes again. You want to pack them as full as you can. Headspace on these, 1/2 inch. And pickles, or not pickles, I thought we already made pickles. Beets are only safe pickled.
Can't can them any other way.
No, you cannot. Unless you want botulism. These are a low acid fruit. Vegetable. Beets a vegetable, ain't it? Duh. I'm used to doing fruits.
Yeah, you made some pretty good jelly the other day. She made some strawberry banana
This
jam.
stuff was good. Alright. What a mess. Okay, here we go. Go ahead and just start filling this up.
Fill it up.
Oh, and this makes like the most beautiful, beautiful glass jars. I absolutely love the color of beets. I think I more so like making beets.
Like looking at them.
Yeah, I like to look at them. You like to eat them.
Oh
Me,
yeah.
I stare at
Tear them
them.
things up, man.
Alright, wipe around where you're going to put your sill. Make sure all that's clean and free of stuff the best that you can, even though I have this all over my hands and everywhere else because beets are messy.
And she's
Take it.
using vinegar and water to clean the rims before she puts the ring and lid on there.
Immediately put this back in. Take another one out. This is the correct way that you are supposed to can. You have to keep everything hot.
Keep it hot.
Alright. Take it. Pack it. Oh, don't let that vinegar stuff burn your eyes. You're
Oh
gonna be able
my
to
gosh.
see after this. Beets are just beautiful.
Mhm.
They're messy, but they are beautiful.
Look at your hands.
I love it.
Show your hands. Oh yeah.
It's like blood everywhere.
Yeah.
Just pack it. I think I cut these little. Oh, there we go. Just slide them in. Let's see, do I have a small one?
Now turn your pea a funny color too.
Yeah, don't be alarmed. Adam was. He thought he was dying.
First time I ate these things, man. So Stacy's like, I need to go to the hospital. Something's wrong.
Yeah. Put your brine in.
Beautiful, man. They are really one of the most visually pleasing things to can, you know?
Yeah, they really are. Some of you are probably going, ew, gross, disgusting, beets.
Beets, like
I just love how pretty they are.
I like the taste of beets. They're okay, like, but pickled, that's a whole nother story. They're so good. So if you don't like regular beets, you might like them this way. And I really didn't like them when I first tried them. Somebody gave me a can of them, and I tried them and didn't really care for the taste, and I put them away in the fridge, and then hours later I found myself craving that dirt flavor that they have. They're really good.
Oh, got me again. Oh, okay. And once we get all of these filled and ready for the canner, we let them set in there and process in the water bath canner for 10 minutes.
10 minutes.
Mm-hmm. Even if they've already been sitting in here, that's perfectly fine. It's still 10 minutes. They don't ruin if they're just sitting here.
And that's 10 minutes on the, what size jar?
On the pint size.
Okay.
All right, everything is here in the water bath canner. I'm gonna cover it up and time it for 10 minutes. All right, and here are the beets. 7 pint jars of beets. They're all ready and they should start popping here soon. And man, y'all, please no negative comments. Y'all have got to appreciate a canner. Canning is so much hard work. It's very time consuming. It probably took me maybe like 5-6 hours to do all of this. Even with Adam's help with all of those pickles back there. It still took a very long time, so please, no negative comments. I am sorry if this turned out to be a boring video. I had fun with it. But hey, thank y'all so much for watching. Hopefully I didn't bore you too bad, but this is it. It's very simple. Canning's a lot of fun. Doing jams and jellies are a lot of fun too. I'll have to make a video of one of those. And like I said, thank y'all so much for watching, and I hope y'all have a great day, night, evening, whatever it is for y'all. Oh, and one last thing. Let's wait around for a couple of pops, because those are my favorite sound. Should be in a minute. That was Kane. He's got him some chicken nuggets to eat. We got one! My favorite sound. We got a pop. Alright, enough of that. Y'all have a good day. Hey, guess what? I'm back again. Look at how beautiful the color is of these jars though. Just got to admire that. Let's see if I can turn the light on. Ooh, would you look at them? Beautiful beets. Me again. I completely failed to mention that these have got to cure for 1 week before you can eat them. And as for these, the instructions say, I believe, 1 hour you can eat them. So 1 hour and 1 week.